For all you filthy animals, not for all you filthy slash Cardi slash whole lot of red slash all that type of sound fans, it looks like Dom Corleo is also getting the cosign from Filthy and BNYX. BNYX just gave a little cosign to Hard Rock, so I guess these are just like the new guys on the block. I feel like producers are low-key the best A&Rs. They actually know who's gonna fit well on their beats, since, as we discussed before, the producers control the sound before the artist actually hops on it. The producers know what's hot before the artists do it. They just accentuate it, right? They make it marketable. Nobody's gonna listen to the beat without the artist though, so they are critical. But anyway, Dom Corleo posted this on TikTok. Let's check it out. It says produced by Filthy and BNYX. Why can't I hear shit?
BNYX.
Wake up, Filthy.
Wake up, get my bread up, done, shut up. Yes, I represent the money gang when I fucking throw my setup. It's only me up in this money game and I'm winning this forever. Forever, I put it on, forever, I'm happy.
Okay, it's got like the little sample thing that Dom Corleo likes to do, like with ginseng or how you pronounce that shit. These are the next people up. And then you saw how Southside Silhouette, I think, was in the 300 Entertainment office. Rolling Thrax was chilling with Internet Money. So all these people, kids, are already getting swooped up by all the labels and shit. But this song sounded fire. Let me replay it. BNYX.
Wake up, get my bread up, done, shut up. Yes, I represent the money gang when I fucking throw my setup. It's only me up in this money game and I'm winning this forever, forever. I put it on, forever, I'm happy.
He does say forever like Destroy Lonely, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe they just have the same slang. I don't know, maybe Dom Corleo is from Atlanta as well. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I'm from Virginia, so that's not how I roll. But the song is fire. Dom Corleo continues to go up. Hard Rock continues to go up. This new wave, very promising. I like it a lot. It's not some like cringe shit. Like I don't know. The last wave was kind of forced sounded sometimes. You know? Je know, man. Je know. Rage was not it. I mean, I feel like Rage was just a good stepping stone, because now a lot of other shit has come from it. But yeah, for the past 2.5 years, oh, it's almost been 3 years since Rage was first originated with like Sofago and Off the Map, a Whole Lot of Red, Miss the Rage by Trippie Redd, which came out before Whole Lot of Red, or the snippet did at least, not the actual song. So yeah, it ran its course. I feel like it just became so concentrated, like the sound of Rage, rather than just using those type of samples and trying to evolve it. People were just slapping the synth or cymatics or whatever the loop kit's called. They just was slapping that on there, maybe manipulating it a little bit, and then putting a basic ass drum percussion on it, and then, you know, it just all sounded the same. So you need to, that's why samples are cool, because samples are hard to replicate, because it's already like a sound that was from a movie or from a TV show or another song, and then it's manipulated in a way to sound completely different. So if somebody else samples something else, it's already at a different starting point, whereas again, the Rage all started from the same fucking loop kit. Underground went from wanting to sound like Fago, then Rage, then Yeet. Now they want to sound like Lone. Yeah, no, right now Destroy Lonely is like the king of the underground currently. Like he created the sound that all the people are kind of rocking with right now, especially with the guitar, more old school rock samples on there. Although Yeet kind of used that on his last EP, and the others, Dom Corleo and whatnot, they're using it as well. But I think that when Yeet drops his project in January, this will be the test to see if other people hop on that wave, because I feel like Yeet kind of had a stronghold on the entire underground for a while. Like everybody was, people are still rapping on Yeet beats, but I want to see if he switches some shit up to something completely different, like a whole lot of red type shit with Cardi, wherein it was left field all the way. And then if people copy it, or if people start fucking with it, that means that your brand is solidified and people fuck with you, fuck with your music, no matter what you do, and it means you're on top, you know. But if he continues to do the same music, and I'm not saying he's going to, but it just wouldn't prove anything else. It would just be good for the fans, I guess, that like the old Yeet sound. But if he does something completely new, then it's like almost better for his legacy, and it shows how much influence he has. Shout out Whiny Tugboat for the resub. 17 months. Jesus Christ, you are a goat. People are still rapping on Cardi beats. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. Do I think Lone and Ken can go mainstream? I think with their sound, Lone can. Right now, Ken has a very niche sound still. It's mostly the beat style, bro. It's the production. If you get super niche production, it's cool for the underground, but like at a certain point, if you want to reach the most people, and that's not always the best way to go, right? Because like Cardi didn't do that even for a whole lot of red, and look how big he is. But he's still not as technically, his songs don't get as big as, I don't even know, like the Baby, or like artists who like have fallen off at this point. So it's really pros and cons to both sides. But the production is so much when it comes to the mainstream appeal. Like you can't do hardcore rage. You need something like a little bit more simple. People's minds are not built for that, bro. The casuals, if you will. And that's what it means to go mainstream, to be like a household name, or your song to be heard by people who aren't really checking in on that type of music. So you can sprinkle in a little bit of the rage sauce or whatever upcoming sound there is, sprinkle it on top. But that can't be so overpowering to the point where the people are just going to be totally turned off by it. You know what I mean? I feel like Yeet did a good job of that, transforming the whole lot of red sound into something that was a little bit more appetizing to regular people. Yeah, Jace be rapping on regular street beats too. Like the street side, those type of beats, there's a lot of people that listen to those already, so that's mainstream as well. I was kind of talking about like more pop rap type shit, like again like the Baby, or even just Drake, even 21 Savage and others. The street rappers, they'll get on more pop shit. But yeah, the street ones like Lil Baby, NBA Youngboy, you can go big on that lane too. And Destroy Lonely hits that. Glock 40 Spaz, I was saying, kind of hits that, although he has more of our style of beats, like Video Game Pierre production influenced. But that's why I like his music a lot. The street rappers suck. I wouldn't say they suck, but it's more like substance, or not substance. I think it's more, it's a type of lyrics or type of narrative or stories that they tell in the raps that we don't appeal to. Like especially me, like I'm like, I don't fucking go in the streets. Like I don't know what it's like to be up on the corner, except for when I was waiting at the bus stop to go to school, bro, selling pounds of blow. Like no, I have no money, like that. None of that happened to me, man. I had a good family. It's not any artists or talent in the street rap. Well, that's what they say about our style of music. Like we're all in our own little bubbles. So on the outside looking in, we think that the street rappers are all doing the same shit, all talking about the same shit, all rapping on the same beats. Whereas they look at us and they're seeing all of these rappers who are all wearing all black, wearing Rick Owens, Balenciaga, whatever other fuck shit they're doing, rapping on Pierre style beats underneath him, at least, like Whole Lotta Red or BNYX. Not saying that they're, but you know, F1lthy, all those type of producers, and they'll be like, y'all all sound like fucking Yeet. Whereas we say everybody over there sounds like Lil Baby or NBA Youngboy. So everybody in their own bubble. But I agree. I think artistry wise and everything, that this side of music is definitely more talented with like the melodies, and I don't know, just like it's just cooler. Like there's nothing cool to me about being like a hardcore gangster. Like everybody looked the same to me. Like they're all rapping about the same shit, but again, they say the same thing about us. So I can't even, I don't even know. You can't, it's all subjective. You can't really measure it. You can measure the numbers, and right now, Baby's on top, but so is Drake and 21 Savage because they had the 400K. Who else? We gotta see. When Uzi drops, we'll know who's really on top, which side is on top. Because Lil Baby had 216K or whatever with his last album, meanwhile having hella promotion, let's be real, with the YouTube and the #1 trending, even though it was forced down our throats with the again, they highlighted, and he did a partnership, the short with YouTube Shorts. But if Uzi sells more, then we know that our side's bigger, and I do think it's bigger because Uzi just makes more like pop music. And he was #1 trending on YouTube by himself, the Just Wanna Rock music video, whereas Lil Baby had to fucking cheat. Right now you think it's bigger, but street rap always has a consistent wave. Yeah, that's the thing. The hip hop is grounded within the street life, street culture. That's where it came from. So of course that style is always gonna be there. It's always gonna be big, because that's where it came from. There's going to be a fan base there. We'll see. I don't know, with all these Atlanta DA charges, if they stop incriminating themselves in their raps and stop being so street, or if just the world goes less street. But I feel like crime is on the rise potentially right now while we're going into a recession, or maybe not, but like it's becoming more, there's just new types of crimes. Like how long has fraud and scamming been in the game? Like a few years now, or like past 10 years? Before that there was no such thing. I don't know, maybe you could. I feel like you had to be a lot more sophisticated. Nowadays you just go on the dark web and you can buy shit, you can buy credit cards. It's a little bit more accessible, so it's just different type of crimes. But that means less like actual gangster shit. But yo, I actually think it's more gangster to be on some dark web shit, because they're the feds can track you with that, with your internet usage, even though if you're using a VPN or whatever. I think it's like a lot of the internet traffic on the dark web is the feds, because they're seeing like what type of websites are up, like where it's getting tracked from or sourced from. It's more gangster to be laying your life on the line with that than to be shooting people. Like, yo, that's just whack. That's fucked up. Why are you taking other people's lives? Take their credit cards. That's real gangster shit. And yes, BNYX does look like Gideon. I was looking at them like that's exactly what I was thinking. The dark web. Shit, I've even been tempted to do like fraud and shit. Look on the dark web, get a credit card. But then I think like you got to be smart with that. And not that I'm not smart, but I'd be too scared to actually use the card after I bought it, or whatever people do, because I don't know, there's cameras, and I don't know what the percentage is, but like almost every street corner in a city, and I live in a city, there's some surveillance footage that feds can ask to get a warrant to see. So if they see you using a credit card, they can track the exact cashier that you were with. They can see the exact time. on the surveillance, and they can see your face. They can track that shit to see on your ID, see who you are. They come knocking on your door. Hey, are you using somebody else's credit card? I ain't doing that. They can't track you unless you green. Virtual machines, proxy servers. I'm not trying to do all that bullshit, bro. But I guess if I wasn't making money, then maybe that would be something to look into, but it's just not worth my time. I can make real money. It doesn't matter, you know?